I think we're on. So we're starting page 10. Page 10 and 11 are going to be on this video because they're both super short. There is notes that you're going to need to take in the back of your book because they don't leave you any room in your book, but I think some of it's important stuff. So, this is going to be a question that we start talking about Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. This is Wednesday. So just think about, what do you already know about food chains and food webs? Start with that. Okay. So remember, a food chain is the simplest path that energy takes through an ecosystem. Simplest. Simple means small. Always begins with the sun. Each level is a trophic step called troph, means food. And at each level, organisms, so y'all can see, organisms use some energy for respiration, breathing, lose some as heat, and store some. So it's kind of exactly what I just talked about in the last video. For page 9, how 3 things that happen: use it, lose it, and store it. Okay. Okay. So this is the stuff you're going to get your book. You're going to go to the back. Page 23, if you want. And it's just blank notes. This is where you're going to write down some of the things that we're going to talk about now because it's important. Okay. So first trophic step, first trophic level is producers. First thing, they use sunlight to make their own energy. Okay. Examples you can see is fruits, vegetables, grass, trees, algae, and water. Second trophic level is going to be your consumers, primarily your heterotrophs or your omnivores. Consumers are heterotrophs. Prefer the herbivores can be omnivores. So depending upon the producer, if it's, what are they eating? You can see grasshoppers, squirrels, deer. Those are all things that are eating grass. Cows, okay, or plants. Third trophic level is again going to be a consumer, a heterotroph, but now it's omnivores or carnivores. The other one can be omnivores too, depending on what plant it is. It's your snakes, your lions. I don't agree with panda. No, that's wrong. All right, page 11. Back to your notes. I'm going to explain the bottom of page 8 and the bottom of page 11 at the same time. So know that it's coming. Hold on. So the energy available for each trophic level in an ecosystem can be shown in the food web. Okay. Remember, we all don't eat just one thing. It matches and it tells you where it's going. It shows the connection between all the food chains in the ecosystem. So you're like, here's a food chain, here's a food chain, here's a food chain. Well, how do they all connect? And remember, arrows show you how the energy is transferring. So producers are giving their energy to the herbivores are giving their energy to carnivores, so on and so forth. So this is what it tells you to do. I don't like it. So let me talk about page 10, and then we're going to talk about page 11. So page 10 gives you a picture, and it asks you, says, describe the events that occur in the food web above. How is this food web important for the inhabitants and the ecosystem? So you can kind of answer that. We'll discuss it. But I want to tell me, looking at all this stuff, tell me what is in the first trophic level, what is in the second trophic level, and what is in the third trophic level. Okay. So looking at it, what is just an herbivore? That would be your second trophic level. What is an omnivore and a carnivore? That would be your third trophic level, and producers are going to be your first trophic level. And then how is the web important to the inhabitants? We can discuss that in class. Page 11. I like my own things. You know that. So you're going to use this, very similar, to design or write about a picnic. Meaning, my people who like to draw a picture. My people who like to write stories, write me a story about a specific locale. Locale just means location. And justify what would work there. What unwanted visitors might show up. Meaning, you're not going to have a polar bear coming to a picnic in New Mexico. Not going to happen. But a scorpion might come there because that makes sense for it to be there. So in your location, pick something. You have a computer. You're on a computer, hopefully right now. Pick something. Do a little research. Write me the article. Put down. Make the food web on there. I don't need you to cut and paste I just do resveratrol. If you have something, that's fine. And then we'll be ready to talk about that on Wednesday. Have a great day.